Hi everyone. Well, I think there's connection issue today. I am sorry. There is something not right going on today, but we will see how it goes. All right. Welcome everyone to today's session. Um, Hopefully everything will become better as we go on. I do not know why there is a connection issue. All right. So I hope you can hear me well. If there is a problem, please just let me know. All right. Okay. So good evening to Huzail, Alicia, Danish. Welcome after finishing sketching. Okay. All right. Paramita. Welcome everyone. Okay. Good evening. The suspense is killing you, Hafiz. Okay. All right. Hi, Afiq. Okay. All right. I'm very sorry about the introduction. Okay. So, 4, 3, 2, 1. Um, let's introduce the Glow Gang for today's session. All right. I know it's an interesting session because it's writing. Everybody seems um, to be interested in writing. Okay. Hold on when I'm introduce you. The first person I'm going to introduce you would be um, hold on. Zahira. Hi Zahira.
Hi, teacher.
Welcome to the show, Zahira. How
I'm
are
fine. Thank
you?
you very much.
Okay, so nervous to be online with the group
Very
today?
much, actually. I'm not prepared.
Okay, all right, just relax. You don't have to be prepared. You know all the answers, it's just revision. All right, let's introduce the next person. Hi, hi, hi. Who is the
Hi,
person?
teacher.
Hi, Anis. How
I'm
are
fine, teacher.
you? Okay, so what have you done since morning?
I didn't do anything else. I did have tuition class though this morning.
Okay, all right. Okay, right. And then we have another Rose in the Glow Gang. Welcome to the stage, Yuga. Hi,
Hi,
Yuga.
doctor.
How are
I'm
you?
fine.
You look so stressed. Relax. You're gonna enjoy the session. All right. Don't look so stressed. Okay. Let's introduce the only thorn among the roses today. We had one rose among the thorns last week, but this week we have a thorn among us. And who is that special person? Hi, Andy.
Hi, doctor. Hi,
No,
doctor.
no, no sound, Andy. How are you? Okay. All right. So, what have you been doing besides sleeping today?
Just double checking my audio right now. Can you hear me? Okay,
Yeah, yeah,
great.
definitely can hear you. All right. So without wasting much time, okay, we will go into our session today. All right, which is writing. There is something new today. Okay, attendance for SMK Saujana Impian 3 times. 3 times meaning you will take the attendance first now. All right, and then you must be always alert because you don't know when the other two attendance will be taken. Right. So right now, if you have your phone, you can scan. If not, let me try to get the link for you. I'm sorry because my computer is giving me problems at the moment, but I will give you the link at the chat. Oh my God, my chat disappeared. All right. Okay. So if you cannot scan, you can use the link. This is for the beginning. The first attendance will be taken. Please fill in. All right. Wow, everybody has, see, you have fats. Andy, look, someone. Everyone guess what starts with L and ends with A. I don't know. Anybody, while people are attending, filling up the attendance, everyone knows what that is. I'm very positive. It's love. All right. Okay. Uh, okay. So you have people. You got so many admirers, Andy. Wow. Mm, yeah. Look at this, Andy. Right. Mm. Oh my God, the number of fans Andy has. So it looks like, Andy, you have to be live with me every week.
I don't mind, teacher. I would be honored to.
Look at that. Look at that. Oh my God. Poor girls. Girls, what happened? God. Zahira, you have a fan. Okay. All right. Okay. The rest, you are my fan. The other girls, without your name there, you are my. Don't worry. I love you. Okay. Oh my God. Look at that. Okay. All right. I hope the attendance has been, you all have done your attendance. Okay. All right. Let's get into serious stuff. Okay. Now, most of you can write. My focus would be um, basically how you can try to score the best. Okay, I'm going to let your teachers focus on your sentence structure, your vocabulary, how to increase your vocabulary, your grammar, and so on to your English language teachers. But I'm going to tell you how you can get the best score by using the strategy that I've been using and that I've found I did it for myself and for my students for a few years already. Okay, so the strategy when you get the exam question, can any one of this beautiful glow gang tell me what are the steps? I always have steps. So you all know that whether reading, writing, listening, speaking, I always have steps. So anyone will tell me what are the steps?
Read the question properly.
Okay. Andy has given one. Any more?
Read the stimulus.
Okay. Read the stimulus. Okay.
Doctor.
Underline the keyword.
Oh, underline the keywords. That's good, Anis. Yes,
same,
Yuka.
Doctor. Underline the keywords.
All right. Why, Yuka, we need to underline the keywords,
So
you
you
think?
don't do any mistakes?
You don't do any mistakes. Andy, what do you think is
So that you
important?
can find
Sorry.
key points for you to have ideas in your essay.
Okay, so let's see. So I always remind all of you, read the instruction because instruction can change. Sometimes we think that the instruction always will be the same. It might not be. Read the instruction. Read the stimulus. Stimulus is the question. All right. Sorry, underline the keywords. You're right. Because you need to focus on what you need to do. And then I usually teach my students the 7-question TAPIRLA, and I'm sure these wonderful 4 students here and the one watching, if you are from my class, whether you're from 4 or from 5, you know what this is, right? Okay, see, there is a teacher named Marilyn who also say email use TAPIRLA method. Okay, right. And then write your text. I use the word text instead of essay. You have an essay in part 2. So write your text, whether the text is an email, an essay, an article, review, report, or story. The strategy remains the same. Okay, TAPIRLA helps you for all types of essay. Even after you leave school, you do your assignments in university, in college, use TAPIRLA because it helps you be more focused on what you need to fulfill, right? Then read your text to check that you have fulfilled the task requirement. Use the 7 TAPIRLA questions to guide you to check if you have done, and then always edit if you have time. If you don't have time, it's okay. I would always advise when you write, leave 5 minutes to edit your work. Okay, right. Now let's go into TAPIRLA. What's TAPIRLA? What does it stands for? Each of these alphabet stands for something. Okay, all right. Let's start with any one of you. What does T
Text
stands
type.
for?
Text
T
type.
stands for text type.
Text type. Text type. Text type. Yeah. Even the the people who are watching on YouTube, you can write down what you think TAPIRLA stands for. All right. Okay. So let's see. You are right. Text type. You are looking at what type of text must I write. You must ask yourself because it has a structure of itself. An essay has a structure. Review, report, article, story, all of it has its own structure. So you need to know what text you must write. Okay? All right. Then, A. Yoga, A?
Doctor, is it audience?
What's A?
Audience?
I don't know. Do you think it's audience? What about Zahira and Anis and Andy? You agree?
Yes,
Yeah.
it's audience.
It's definitely
audience.
audience.
Okay. All right. Okay. So definitely audience. It's very important for you to know who you are writing to. Okay, who is it for? If your an email is for a friend, you need to know this is my friend. So the way I write to my friend and an essay that you have to write to your teacher, the tone of it will be different. Okay, when you write a review or an article for a magazine, the tone, the vocab used would be very different from an email or an essay. That's why it's very, very important to know who the audience is. Okay, all right. What about P? What does P stand for?
Purpose?
Purpose.
Purpose.
All right, stands for purpose. Why is it important to know the purpose? Why?
To know what we're
You can
writing
answer
for.
with the discussion or suggestion.
What are you writing for? Decision on what, Yoga?
So you know what you're writing for, teacher?
Okay, you know what you're writing for, right? So you want to know what is the reason am I writing this? Because when you want to discuss something and you want to suggest something, it's different. Discuss, you may not. The sentence structure is different. Discussing and suggesting. Giving advice is different. When you want to give opinion and feedback, it's also different. How you describe or you want to tell a story, your structure, your vocab, your intonation will be different. That is why it's important to know what is the purpose of you writing an email. If the purpose of you writing an email is to suggest an idea or to give advice, therefore you must use the correct words, the correct structure. If you're writing a report, which usually will come in part 3, the report is formal language. So the purpose is to explain what happened to someone, to an authority. It can be a teacher, it can be a school principal. So the way we write it would be different. It is very important to know the purpose. All right, let's go to the next one, which is I. I stands for myself, correct? Okay, what does I stand for?
Information?
Information.
Information. Hi, good evening, Nawar. Okay. Okay. So, information. What does information mean in this context?
The content of
Yeah.
the
Yes.
What must we?
Right. Exactly. What must you write? So what are the information that I must have in my text? Usually, what are the important information? How do you know which one is the important information? If it's in an essay,
Yeah.
how would you know? What information you must put in? It's based on what?
question in the
Yeah,
class.
the bullet points, right? The bullet points that they do it in question, correct? Whether it's a report, a story, a review, an essay, it's always the bullet points, correct? Except for an email. Email don't have the bullet points. It's basically the questions that you have to figure out which questions. Some information might not be in a form of a question for email, but however, you need to make sure you find what are the information you must have in your text. Okay, good job so far. The Glow Gang is doing well. Let's look at R. What's R? Anyone?
Register.
Register.
Okay,
Register.
many people who may not be from our class, right? If they are 4 bestari, 5 bestari, they might know what register means. But we have people watching who may not know what register is. They might have some other idea what register is. So anyone want to explain what register is in this situation or in this context of writing?
Register is whether the text or the essay we write is formal or informal.
Okay, so you're talking about the type of language you need to use. All right. Yes, register, correct. Thank you very much, Zahira. Register means what type of language? There are 3 types of language we use usually, which is formal, informal, or semi-formal. Okay, for formal, what type of essays, what type of text do we use formal language?
Essay and
Good,
report.
essay and report. Informal,
Email, article.
article, informal, are you sure? Informal would be only email. Semi-formal would be
Article.
article, review.
Letter.
Is there letter in our exam? Okay, if you talk about letter, if you write to someone who is not your friend, you're writing to ask for a job, yes, it's formal. But if you're writing a letter to a friend, it's an informal. But I guess your generation, you don't write letter anymore, do you? I don't think you know even how to write a letter or even how to post the letter, how to go to the post office, buy a stamp, make sure you post the letter. I think most of you don't know. All right, okay. It's okay. The generation changes, and we all, the old people, will all have to follow the new things. Okay, all the new ways of doing things. All right, let's go on. All right, to the next one, which is the L. What does L stands for?
Linkers.
Linkers.
All right, linkers. Some people think it's language. No, it's linkers because linkers are very important. There are 2 types of linkers. What are they?
Cohesive
What are
devices.
All right, cohesive devices. One more.
Oh, yeah, correct.
Yes, they are simple connectors. Only in SPM, we have cohesive devices are separated into 2. Because if you Google online, all right, and ask for cohesive devices, all simple connectors and these cohesive devices are known as cohesive devices. But for SPM to differentiate which one are high frequency? High frequency here means always everyone use, like and, but, so, because, first, next, second, finally. These are all the one that people frequently use. That is why it's called high frequency. High frequency cohesive devices are known as simple connectors. The one that is seldom used or infrequently used are known as cohesive devices for SPM, which is, however, therefore, in addition. What else can you all give me?
Furthermore.
Good. Furthermore.
However.
For instance.
Despite.
Okay. Despite of, in spite
besides.
of.
Besides that.
Either or, neither, nor, some more. Any more? Cannot think of. Right.
No.
Okay. Good job. Let's look at the next one. The last A, the second A. What does the second A stands for?
Accuracy.
Yes. How many types of accuracy is there that I always ask you all to focus on?
5.
Fine.
Okay, what are they?
Sentence structure, grammars, spelling, punctuation, and vocab.
Excellent, Zahira, A plus. Okay, so you are need to look at these 5 things. Which did I spell correctly? Did I use a variety of vocabulary? Are my sentence structures correct and varied? That means there are different types. How accurate is my grammar usage? And this is the most important thing. Did I use punctuation correctly? Your generation, so sad to say, do not know how to use punctuation, especially capitalization, using capital letter I for yourself. All right, full stop, you forget your full stop. All right, a question mark, your comma, right? This is the result of you texting your friend without following the writing conventions of using punctuation. So it reflects in your essay. So be very careful to make sure you have punctuation. All right, thank you, Hafiz. Hafiz given us some of also the cohesive devices. Thank you so much. All right, okay. All right, okay. Let's carry on. Okay, this is what I was talking about. All right, this is the whole TAPIRLA. Okay, now you're wondering, okay, during the exam, how do you do this? Okay, oh, I have to give you the next attendance link. Okay, second attendance for SMK Saujana Impian. All right, second link. Let me look for the second one to give you the, sorry, the link. If you can scan, you scan. All right. If you cannot scan, I will share with you right now in the link in the chat. Yeah. So use the link to if you cannot scan because you are watching from your phone, then you may want to take your attendance the second time, because we can see then how many just come the first one and then leave, or just came in between the session. All right. Okay. Yeah. All right. Okay. Someone still sharing more cohesive devices. Okay. Yes, yes, Hafiz, I know. It's delayed. Everyone who is watching what is happening live behind this studio, 10 seconds later, it's happening to you. Okay? All right? Okay, let me everyone some time to this one. Some people say vocabulary is usually the issue. Yes, the only way to improve your vocabulary is reading and using. Reading is and using it is very important. Reading it, knowing it without using it, you may not understand. So I just want to show somebody, Teacher Marilyn, I think, who has followed my session always. All right. So she has always known, okay, what TAPIRLA is. Okay. All right. So let's continue. Hold on. Hold on. Give me some time. Ooh. Okay. Because I need to stop accepting that one. Okay. And then after 5 minutes, I will close the where am I now? Hold on. I will close the link to the Google form. All right, in 5 minutes time. All right, let's continue. Okay, just say this is the question. I want to show you how you can do this and how does TAPIRLA works. Okay, we are not going to answer. How to answer this, we will do next week. All right, so part 2, you must answer this question, meaning you have no choice but to answer. Your class has been, write your answer in 125 to 150 words in an appropriate style. All right, so your class has been discussing online game addiction. Your teacher has asked you to write an essay about the effects of online game addiction among students. In your essay, you should write about the effects of online games addiction, what steps to be taken to overcome the problem, why are the steps important. Write your essay using all the notes giving reasons for your point of view. So remember, the first step was reading the instruction, all right, and then the stimulus. So this would be instruction, okay. This is the stimulus. So we have read it. So, Yuga, what would you underline if you get this essay?
The effect of online gaming addiction
Okay,
until among the students.
all right. Some more?
I would underline the one, whatever they are asking for us to write, like the purpose.
Mm-hmm.
And then I would identify if it's formal or informal essay,
Okay,
and who I should write this to.
okay.
And I will also make sure that I underline 125 words to 150.
Okay. What about you, Anis?
I would underline the teachers as the formal language, the effect of online game addiction
Okay.
as the purpose, and the bullets point as my, what is it? My
Okay,
content.
let's see whether you got it. Right, so this would be what you would underline. All right, somebody wrote something very long. Let's see. I just want to know. I have a problem when I'm writing essays. I know what ideas to write, but I don't know how to put it in a paragraph form or make my essay flow better. Okay, right. You have any ideas to advise Manvinrai Deep Core? What
I think
I got ideas?
I,
Yes.
I think I'll try.
Okay.
Since the problem is you don't know how to make your essay flow better, it's better if we specifically use more cohesive devices or simple linkers to make it flow better. Example, like the first paragraph you are talking about, maybe the effects of online games addiction. Sometimes you can put in addition, furthermore, or like any simple cohesive devices so that you can make your essay sound nice and flow a lot better.
Right. Okay. That's Andy's advice for Manviray. Anyone else want to give advice? The Glow Gang to help because they are your peers, maybe from different school. No. Okay. Anybody want to try? Yanis?
I don't have
Okay. All right. So
any.
usually my advice is you need to learn. Wait. Okay. Um, let the some of the Glow Gang, they need to do something. I let them go and do something first, right? Let me come back to what Yuga has. Let me say, come back to what this student has asked this question. My advice is always remember you have an idea. The first sentence will always be your point, your main idea, and then have one or two sentences for your supporting details. Your supporting details should be an elaboration or an example or an example or your real life experience story that you put in. Okay, you said you give a main idea, then you give an elaboration by explaining what you mean uh, by what you have said in the first sentence. Or you cannot explain, you give an example. If you cannot give an example, then use your own experience that you may have done it and say that in my family, or I have done this, whatever, to elaborate on it. Okay, and then you go and do the next paragraph. Make sure, just like what Andy says, have cohesive devices. Okay, all right. I hope that helps. Okay, because that problem can be addressed to your teacher, and your teacher should be able to explain to you better. My students have this problem too, but they know how I tell them they know what I tell them to do, right? Okay. Uh, so, okay. Welcome back, Varshana. Varshana, Yuga. See, I'm really got confused. Okay. Andy, are you ready to come back? Yeah, okay. All right. So Andy is ready to come back. Okay, let's continue. All right. Okay. Now, where am I? Right. Okay. So what are the 7 questions? What do I need to write? Can you tell me what you all need to write for this question?
Essay.
Essay. Good job. So the next one is A, which is audience, right? Who is my audience? Who am I writing for?
Teacher.
All right,
Teachers.
my teacher, right? Because it's written here, your teacher, so it becomes my teacher. What is the purpose or the reason you're writing this?
Online game addiction among the students? I mean the effect.
Okay, what you okay, are you discussing, or are you describing, or are you narrating? Which one? All right, so you are going to discuss effects. So you are right, you have the word effects, you're going to talk about it. So you are going to discuss effects of online game addiction, right? All right, what information must I include in this essay?
The
All the
bullet point.
All right, all the 3, which are the effects, right? The effects of online, the steps to overcome, and reasons the steps are important. Okay, good. Now, what is the appropriate register for you to use for this essay?
Formal.
Okay, formal, right? Okay, because you're writing for your teacher to read. So what are suitable linkers? So you can have the one in like reddish color, or actually it's pink actually, are known as high frequency one that everyone uses. The blue one is the one that we want you to use more, which are known as cohesive devices, which are the low frequency. Okay. Now, what suitable words can use? Well, it depends on one. So these are some of the choices that I have given in the form of vocabulary. Punctuate. These are some words that you may use, right? The next thing is you'll be asking me, teacher, in the exam, how do I write all this? That's your question, right? So I have taught my students, you don't have to write this down. What you do is you do it in your essay, not underline. But during when you underline the keywords, this is what you do. I'm going to text type essay. Audience would be the teacher. What is the purpose? Discuss effects of online game addiction. This would be the 3 information, I1, I2, I3. These are all information, but I put small I1, I2, I3, meaning you have 3 information that you must put in. And then the register is formal because the audience is the teacher. And then you'll be thinking, oh, what about the L, the linkers and the and accuracy? When you are waiting during the exam, when the exam and examiners, when the invigilators, or as you know, pengawas, gives you your exam questions, you cannot open and see yet. Okay, so you either look at the back write down all the linkers that you know and remember while waiting for them to say, now you can start the exam or now you can open the paper. Okay, sekarang anda boleh buka kertas soalan anda. While you are waiting for the instruction, write and list down all the cohesive devices so that you will remember which one you can use. When you are writing, you will forget because you are so stressed up. So these are things you can do before they say you can open the paper, all right? So this is what you can do. You don't have to draw a beautiful box. As long as you just write somewhere, P1, P2, P3 means part 1, part 2, part 3. Same with accuracy. You put spelling, punctuation, grammar. Did I check? Have I checked my spelling? Did I check my punctuation, my grammar? This is when you take 5 minutes to edit your work. This is what you can do. And here, the blue one is better than the one in black, right? So you can remember the different ones that you have used, or have you been repeatedly used the same one in an essay? Okay, all right? Okay, all right. Now, any questions on this first? Any questions on this from the people watching? All right. Okay. Hi, Madam Josephine. Thank you for coming online today with us. That is some of the English teachers who is also following the session today. Right. Any questions? I'm going to wait for a while because 10 seconds delay. It will take some time before it reaches us the question or they hear what we ask them, right? No, okay. I think no, I'll continue. Okay. How does TAPIRLA help in the 4 aspects or criteria that we mark as examiner or as teachers, right? As teachers, we mark, right? And the way we mark is the same as how examiners mark actually, because we all have the same rubrics, right? So under content for TAPIRLA, what we are looking at would be the P, the purpose, and the information. So if your purpose is to discuss, it should look like you are discussing. If the purpose is to give advice, it should be you giving advice. And the information, all the information asked in the stimulus, you answer in your essay. That is why the P and the I is very important for your content marks, right? Okay, and then communicative achievement is where TAPIRLA, most of the aspects in TAPIRLA will be used, the text type. If it's an email, it should look like an email. If it's an essay, it should look like an essay, all right? And then if you're writing to your friend, the tone of the language to your friend should be friendly. If you are writing to your teacher, the tone of being respectful should be there. If you're writing to people who are online magazines, it should be friendly but not too friendly because you don't know them. All right. And then you also look at the register where Zahira have explained that it is the type of language we use, which is formal, informal, or semi-formal. This would be based on the audience. All right. So T, A, P, and R will be how we assess you for communicative achievement, right? Then you have organization. Organization, we are looking at 2 things. Everyone thinks it's only the linkers, the cohesive devices. No, we are looking at 2 things. How the essay flow well, just like just now a girl asked the question, I cannot make my essay flow well. We are looking at how when you are writing your linkers, you use to make the essay flow well within the text, inside the text, and also between the paragraphs. So within the paragraph and between the paragraph. Okay, and don't forget punctuation marks. You don't have your full stop, you forget your comma, you don't have capitalization. It is affected in organization. Because without punctuation, your organization of your essay will fail. right? So punctuation is part of organization besides cohesive devices. So we're looking at L, and only one fifth of accuracy, which is only punctuation. And the last one, language, we will looking at four things there, which is vocabulary, spelling and grammar, sentence structure. How accurate are they? Besides that, we also want to see a variety. If you always use the same words over and over again, you are showing to the teacher and the examiners, I don't have a lot of vocab. My sentence structures are all simple sentence structure because I do not know how to make or to write compound sentences or complex sentences. Okay, so these are what teachers and examiners are looking for when we are writing, and this is how TAPIRLA supposed to help you capture the best marks you can for your SPM exam, regardless part 1, part 2, or part 3. This strategy works for all the 3 parts of your essay. Right? Any question? No question. Okay, so let's wait for a while. Any questions from the Glow Gang? You want any extra explanation, something that you want to ask? The Glow Gang are stunned. What am I going to ask? Nothing to ask. Is my explanation clear?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, all right. Explanation clear. Okay, right. Hi, Jihad. Okay, okay. Jihad is also another English language teacher in the school for those who may not be from Saujana. Okay, clear. All right, thank you, Hafiz. All right, so attendance and task. So the final attendance will be taken, and you also have the task. So this is the link to the third attendance, but don't leave yet, because you also have the link to the task. The link to the task will be opened and not closed, because the link to the task can be done at any time for anyone watching the YouTube. Only the link to the attendance will be closed. Okay, so I think anyone need a direct link for the task? If you do, let me know so I can share with you the link to the task. If you don't want to scan. If you don't want to scan, then I have to give you the link. Or you all prefer to scan, because you're all young generation likes to scan everything. If you need it, this is the task. Sorry, let me write here. This is the task link that I've also shared. All right, for all of you, answer the question. I think we owe last week's prize giving because of the trial exam. I don't know this week whether we have time, but no, don't worry, there are prizes for Saujana Impian students for every live that we do. While you are all busy filling up the attendance, the task you can take your time to do. It doesn't matter. We will choose the first 10 who answered correctly all the questions there. Next week, we will go into detail on essay only, how you can write essay. So if, what's that beautiful girl name? What's her name just now? Okay, maybe Manvire, Deep Kumar Kaur. I'm making up people's name. Manvire, Deep Kaur, if you feel that you want, you can come next week, and then maybe we will look at how you can write. Yeah, you can write any comments on you want on this session, this writing session. Okay, you can write anything you want, whether it's good, it's bad, how you want it to be better, what you think is lacking from this session, it's good to get feedback because there's always areas for improvement. Okay, all right, no problem. We are all human beings. We can do better. Okay. Any last thing you want to say, Zahira, to your friends who are listening about writing strategies? What do you think?
What again?
What do you think about these writing strategies? Any last
Oh,
words?
it's nice and everyone should try. Good luck for your exam.
Okay. All right, Anis.
Make sure you read a lot of English book so you can expand your vocabulary lah.
All right. Yuga?
I hope this session helps you to write your essay better.
Okay. And our soul torn.
Oh, okay. Best of luck to everyone. I hope this live stream is very helpful to all of you. And I hope you also enjoyed this live stream because I personally did. So thank you very much for giving me the opportunity to be here.
All right. My Glow Gang are always special. All right. Maybe next week I will take my Form 4 to come online with me because they are also my Glow Gang. So we will see. I don't think I want to disturb my Form 5 students because I know they are all now stressed up with their trial exam. So I will look for the Form 4 students to come and be my Glow Gang next week. They are a special breed, this for my Form 4. So let's see how different they can be. So thank you so much to Zahira. Thank you to Anis. Thank you to Yuga. Thank you to Andy. Thank you so much for being here with me today. You have been a wonderful Glow Gang. All right. And hopefully you will be able to come back again for other sessions after your trial exams so that, we can help our listeners and whosoever watching to be better in whatever they are doing. All right. So remember this. You hold the pen to your story, make it a masterpiece. Good luck for Selangor. You are having your ujian lisan, Malay and English, and then later your listening test. So good luck to all of you for that. I will see you next week definitely. Right. So let me say goodbye to Yoga, goodbye to Anis, goodbye to Zahira, goodbye to Andy. All right. And goodbye to everyone.